Hi, my name is Glenn Weinreb, and today we're going to look at how a standardized, swappable EV battery could potentially help decarbonize automobiles. We are looking for cars that do not emit carbon dioxide, cost less than gas cars, and are as convenient. Are we currently doing this with EVs? I don't think so. They're not convenient. Okay, so how might we do better? Currently, proprietary batteries are built into EVs and charged periodically. Alternatively, they could use a standard plug-in battery and swap as needed in several minutes. Car owners would pay for electricity consumed and for wear on the battery, and pay less when using lower-cost batteries. Today, mechanical and electrical standards define batteries and allow us to power many products at a low cost. In theory, this could also be done with electric vehicles. In other words, the same standardized battery, similar to what we see in EVs today, could be used by multiple manufacturers. And batteries sitting in swap stations could charge any time over multiple days. This would reduce costs for several reasons. One, batteries could charge when the electricity price was low. Two, batteries could charge when solar farms and wind farms are producing power. 3, batteries could charge slowly and avoid expensive, fast-charging hardware. And 4, competition between battery manufacturers could drive down costs. In other words, this could potentially get us favorable costs and favorable convenience, which is what we need to go green with cars. To move this forward, someone would need to support the development of standards that define how this fits together mechanically, electrically, and with communications. Many electric cars support fast charging in 30 minutes. However, this is expensive since it involves moving large amounts of energy. More specifically, fast charging capability drives up the cost of batteries, the cost of electronics inside the car, and the cost of electronics outside the car. This leads to undersized hardware at fast charging stations, which leads to slower charge times, which leads to less convenience. Swap stations, on the other hand, would avoid expensive fast charging hardware while providing quality service. Also, regions that import oil, such as China and Europe, would find this especially appealing since it would help them reduce dependence on foreign oil. Now, what might be done with a fleet of standardized batteries? Well, homeowners could install swap chambers in their driveway, as shown here. In theory, these could help power homes and charge slowly when low-cost green electricity was available. Also, drivers could install a battery type into their car that fits their needs. For example, those who drive little each day could swap in a low-cost, low-range battery and charge slowly at home. These might cost 5 times less per mile driven than fast-charge batteries with more range. It turns out cars with swappable batteries already exist. For example, a company in China called NIO makes hundreds of thousands of EVs each year with swappable batteries. However, their technology is proprietary, and we instead are looking at multiple manufacturers sharing batteries and swap stations. This requires standards that define how batteries mechanically and electrically attach to cars and swap stations, how batteries communicate with cars, and how cars communicate with swap stations. Automakers are not inclined to invest in a swappable system controlled by a competitor. Therefore, a neutral entity would probably be needed to oversee design, prototyping, and testing of a standardized system. Also, to encourage widespread global adoption, developed technology might need to be disseminated freely. For details, click on the link in the description below. And for more Climate Lab videos, visit www.aplantosavetheplanet.org. Okay, that's it for me, and I'll talk to you all real soon.